Hi class, my name is Maria, and today I'm going to be discussing sports injuries, specifically hamstring strains. So, what is a sports injury? According to the National Institute of Arthritis and Musculoskeletal and Skin Diseases, sports injuries are injuries that typically affect athletes, however, they can happen to anyone during physical activities. Moreover, they explain that there are two categories for sports injuries: acute and chronic. Acute injuries happen suddenly, like if you fell and broke a bone, whereas chronic injuries happen over time because of an overuse of a specific area. Specifically, I'm going to be discussing hamstring strains. So, what are those? According to the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons, the AAOS, a hamstring strain can be a pull, a partial tear, or a complete tear. They go on to state that they are most common in sports that involve sprinting, and that muscle strains are graded based on their severity. A grade 1 strain is mild and heals fairly quickly, whereas a grade 3 strain is a complete tear and can take months to heal. Further, the AAOS discusses the anatomy of the hamstring. The hamstring consists of three muscles which run down the back of the thigh. These muscles are the semitendinosus, the semimembranosus, and the biceps femoris, and these are the affected muscles by a hamstring strain. And in extreme cases, a hamstring strain may affect the ischial tuberosity, the bone that all three muscles are connected to superiorly, or they may affect the tibia or fibula, the bones that they're connected to inferiorly. And if you look on the side, I provided a picture from the AAOS. Up top is the ischial tuberosity, and then you can see the semimembranosus, the semitendinosus. They're like in the same spot, and then the biceps femoris is to the right of them, and below them is the tibia and the fibula. So, according to the AAOS, most hamstring strains occur in the thick central part of the hamstring where muscle fibers and tendons meet, and in most extreme cases, the muscle separates from the bone and can tear away a piece of the bone with it, and this is called an avulsion injury. And if you look to the right, where I provided a picture also from the AAOS, you can see that's an avulsion injury where all the hamstrings muscles separated from the ischial tuberosity. And the symptoms for a hamstring sprain, according to the AAOS, is if you're running and you happen to get it, you're going to experience a sudden sharp pain, and that'll cause you to stop suddenly and either hop on your good leg or you're going to fall to the ground. And then later you may also experience swelling, bruising on the back of your leg below your knee, and you may experience weakness in your hamstring, which can last for weeks. Treatment and prevention. For less severe hamstring sprains which do not require surgical treatment, the AAOS recommends what they call the RICE protocol. RICE stands for Rest, Ice, Compression, and Elevation, and this means refraining from the activity that caused the injury, applying ice for 20-minute increments several times a day, and using compression and elevation to prevent swelling. And they also explain that your doctor may recommend a knee brace and physical therapy to assist with the healing process. And in severe cases, such as when there is an avulsion, surgery may be required to reattach a tendon to the bone. And once again, if you look to the right, I supplied an image also from the AAOS, which shows this is an avulsion. When an avulsion occurs, the muscles they kind of make a ball under your skin because they tore all away, and so it's really easy for a doctor to spot. They might also do x-rays and stuff to see everything, but if it's like this, they know they don't need to do the x-rays. When healing from surgery, you will start out using crutches and eventually do physical therapy to rehabilitate your leg. Recovery time is different depending on where the tear happened. Proximal hamstring tears can take around 6 months to heal, whereas distal tears only take around 3. And when following proper rehabilitation protocols, most people are able to make full recoveries from hamstring strains. And how do you prevent them? Strains are often caused by muscle tightness, So to prevent strains, you should properly stretch and warm up your muscles before exercising. And they're also commonly caused by muscle imbalances because the quadriceps, which are in the front of your leg, tend to be stronger than your hamstrings. So when you're exercising, you might not realize how tired your hamstrings are compared to your quads. So you can overexert them, and then that can cause a strain. So to prevent this, you should do strength training exercises to ensure that your strength is evenly distributed. And that's everything. These are all of my sources. I was the National Institute of Arthritis and Musculoskeletal and Skin Diseases, and then the AAOS. Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you all enjoyed my presentation, and you all have a great day.